In 2012, I was just getting dressed like any other morning for work, and I fell to the ground in excruciating pain, and um, so much pain that my blood pressure dropped, and Laura had to call an ambulance, and I was in the hospital for a couple of days. And it ended up being a herniated disc on both sides of my spine. The surgeon up in Massachusetts at the time, he recommended surgery, back surgery, which I opted out of after some prayer and talking over with Laura. She was 6 months pregnant with Luke at the time, and so I opted for epidural steroid injections in my back, and that worked for a good couple of years. And then last year, I did something and re-injured my back, and to the point it was just debilitating. I couldn't play with the kids. I couldn't run around with them. I couldn't lift anything. Couldn't help Laura around the house too much. And so I went for another MRI this past January, and it revealed that the same disc was bulging again, and surgery was an option. And then the gifts class started in March. And the first class, Bill Greenman was teaching it, and could really feel Holy Spirit moving in that class. And a couple of us were speaking in tongues, and the presence was so great. And there's a few minutes left at the end of the class, and he had said, "Does anybody need any healing tonight?" And we had talked a little bit about healing earlier in the class, and before the question ever came out of his mouth, I just said, "Yes, I do, my back." So he stood up, stood behind me. And at one point, I felt a hand on my back, and I looked around, and he didn't have his hand on my back. And so then he started praying over me, and everybody else was sitting around and praying over my back. I was sweating profusely, but I was freezing cold, and then I got warm. I could feel the pain just releasing out of my back. And I went home that night. I had like the best night's sleep. I was so relaxed, and it was so calming. But the pain wasn't totally gone. What I experienced was less pain, but some pain still there. But I knew that the more I prayed into God's hand on my lower back, as the pain came back, as the little bit of the discomfort came back, it went away every single time I did that. And through the praying of Bill, on that Sunday I came to church, and he asked, "How's your back?" Because this was a Wednesday night. And so I was like, "Well, it's still a little bit there." And he said, "Well, let's keep praying. And that really helped. And the prayer of faith through this, and the prayer of Gate family members, just praying for my back, it was miraculous. And for the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been pain-free and been able to pick up Luke and throw him around and throw the ball around with the kids, and it's just been awesome. It's incredible the work that the Father has done with his hand and the healing in my back. It's really brought me to a deeper level in my faith, and the gift of healing is just so powerful, and I want everybody to experience it. It's so cool.